Hi, my name is Chet Peeples. I am 5 foot 10 inches tall, and I've called San Francisco, California home for 18 years. I wanted to introduce myself ahead of my reel. Thank you for watching it. I only got started is more than an attitude. I just got started. Barely 4 years ago, an advisor turned to me and said, "Peoples, you've paid your dues. Why don't you go do what makes you happy and maybe one or two other people? Why don't you go do that?" It was like giving me permission. Another advisor told me to follow the good energy. With that permission and that advice, I began to lean into two things that just come to me naturally. Acting is something that just comes to me naturally. And I also began to lead cultural, historical, family-friendly walking tours here in San Francisco. As you know, every actor does need a side gig, and I have the best one in the world. I leave my tour groups with this message, and I'll leave it with you. People need to know that people do get better. You see, I was also selected by the city and county back in 2018 to represent the city and county's new social justice initiative called Reframing Aging. San Francisco, endageism.com, because ageism affects all of us. They let me share my story more openly, and people need to know that people get better. Because the first 8 years of my 18 years here in San Francisco, I was one of those unsheltered people you see on the streets. Yes, me too. You can't get up from that by yourself. I also leave our guests, they're not tourists, I want to leave them with an intentional take-home message. People need to know people get better. And if we can all laugh together, we can all live together. And if we can all live together, we can hold out a hand for those who simply joined us yet. And I caution our guests, as tempting as it may be, don't do what the song says. Do not leave your heart in San Francisco, but rather take a peace of mind back home with you. Thank you.
They didn't want to be happy?
Oh, I think most people want to be happy, but most people won't do what it takes to get there, even if I give them the directions. That's the sad truth. Most people are afraid of change, especially if they've gotten to some level of comfort. Their fears kick in. Well, there's this thing called action painting that Rosenberg fellow was talking about, where you just paint, no brains about it. You just paint and paint and paint. But who would believe it? People love it. It got me to thinking, you know how they like to talk about meaning, capital M. I thought meaning has nothing to do with you. Meaning happens whether you like it or not. Your thoughts got meaning and your life got meaning, and it don't give a goddamn about the meaning that you mean. It's just there. And if it's there, and you need it, I guess really.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. Dollar buys a nickel's work. Banks are going bust, and shopkeepers are keeping a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know our air is unfit to breathe and our food's unfit to eat. We sit at home watching TV while some newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad. They're worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller. And all we say is, please, leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my TV and my toaster and my steel belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. And I don't want you to write to your congressman, because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression or the inflation or the Russians or the crime in the streets. All I know is that first you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being, goddammit! My life has value! So I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs and go to the windows. Get up out of your chairs and go to the windows and yell, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore! I want you to get up. Sit up. Walk to the window, stick your head out and yell, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore! Things have got to change, but first you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore! Then we'll figure out what to do about the Russians and the depression and the inflation. But first, get up out of your chairs, go to the window, open it, stick your head out, yell and say it. I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to...
What have you done to yourself? You want scars up and down you? You think women like that? From now on, you wear the suit, you understand? From now on, you wear it always. Who was that man?
He's nobody.
Don't you lie to me, who was he?
He's from Barry Agricore.
Is that right? What the hell does he want?
He was asking about something.
Asking forgiveness, I hope. Dumping all those animals in the lake, you know. I used to swim in that lake when I was a boy. Now look at
Dad,
it.
you grew up 100 miles from here.
It's just
You've
a
never
pile
swam in
of
that
like,
lake.
you don't know shit.
They were asking about our land.
What about it?
To purchase it, expand business.
Fucking disgrace. They're like a black hole sucking up everything around them. Lester, you told them where they can shove it, right?
I looked at their offer and I figured maybe you and I.
You looked at their offer?
He handed it to me, so I looked.
You snatched it with your greedy little hands. You can't wait to see me die, can you?
We're all alone out here. How long do you think you can last?
I don't give me that shit. We can last as long as we want.
What about Mom then?
Come on, Lester. She goddamn dead. You know it. How long we gonna keep up this charade? How long am I gonna have to keep saying it? Get it to you, that thick skull. Ain't no one in that trailer.
Don't say that.
You let her wither away.
I told you not to say that.
Does this place mean nothing to you? You just want to run away, is that it? You're scared? Because you can't get a woman to let you cock anywhere near, is that it? That's why you don't care. You got nothing. Nothing at all. You're the end of it. Here we are at the end of a long sentence, you filthy, stupid little boy. How much was your price? How much was your goddamn price? How much was their goddamn price? Yeah!
We were interested in a bed and breakfast.
And now she was.
Bed and breakfast? That's perfect. All this town has is a motel. Could use a B&B.
The fuck town?
I'm sorry?
We really can't afford it.
You can dream, can't you? There's no law against that. Sure, there are problems to surmount, but that's what I'm here for.
So, what are they asking?
1.5 million. And they'll throw in the chickens.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Lorraine, stop with that. We cracked the nest egg a while back. Not much in savings, I'm afraid. There is the house.
Paid up, is it?
No.
I would love to live here. It's so peaceful and quiet.
Yeah, till they show up with chainsaws.
Oh, they shut down the mill 5 years ago. It's been quiet.
Maybe too quiet.
Maybe. I like it.
Oh, we can use some quiet. Our daughter has some problems.
Lorraine, he doesn't want to hear that.
I don't mind.
And look at all these chickens.
Well, fuck these chickens.
I would love to live in the country.
Fuck the country.
If you don't mind me saying, Mr. Baker, fuck you.
Good Lord. She's really bent on living on the coast. I mean, 10 miles inland, the damn property is half the damn price. Don't you know this young whippersnapper Andrew or Andy or whatever his name is, he's got a hard-on for showing us some 6-bedroom place. I mean, never mind, it's just the two of us. Not that living out here ain't appealing, but what with earthquakes and mudslides? I don't know. How are we going to do any traveling with our cash tied up in the home? Still, she's always had that gut feeling of hers that's never been wrong. Todd, I'm going to be praying for you.
Pastor?
Your movie was garbage. Let's pray that you get a new career.
It's not even out yet. You, out of all people, would believe without seeing?
If everyone else is saying it's bad, I mean, it must be for a good reason.
What seems to be the trouble?
You have any knowledge of these 10 Lizzies here?
Oh, I do all the tinkering on my jitney on this farm. Let me see what I can find. Ma'am.
Samolot, ito tavoy.
Da. Ja zrobilся.
Your Russian is shit, I see.
Well, your English, it is shit.
Itak ono idut. Soya inde shate. Oni zinyat chot tu epol. Taimos hesh dovereta mi. Nikota is nasni kochet bite. Na itom abstrof. This is our nuclear island of tasting. The air out there is unsafe to breathe. everything out here is top secret. Here. Take this. It is the clearest part of the island. If someone is coming to get you, this will be the best place to meet.
Well, I thankfully had the opportunity to reunite with them, and to be honest, I was overwhelmed with emotions. Good, bad, sadness, what ifs. Too much to handle in the moment. The what ifs came when I began to think of the true hero of that day, Kiev, the Soviet soldier who risked his own life to help save mine. A stranger and enemy, yet my dearest, unlikely friend.
Did you get any sleep last night?
Just a little. They keep you waking me up.
Have you eaten this morning?
Oh, God. Hospital food, you won't believe it. I need your pancakes.
I got you something.
Ooh.
Remember this?
Oh, honey. I'm the family photographer, not you.
I know.
Hello, may I help you?
I'm sorry to bother you, but are you Peter Wilson?
I am, and you are?
My name is Ashley. I found your address in a letter.
What's this?
Just open it. I think you may have known my grandfather.
Your grandfather? Oh my goodness. You're Ashley Anderson.
I am. I just don't understand what all those letters are. They're all addressed to a Lauren Rainey, but we're in a box with my grandfather's belongings.
And I'll use you as a warning sign that if you talk enough sense, then you'll lose your mind. And I'll use you as a focal point, so I don't lose sight of what I want. And